CEO of Zikora Africa. Please, let's keep clapping until she comes and she sits. Please don't stop clapping. I know we're tired, please. Don't stop clapping. Don't stop clapping. You're welcome. I dressed for you. You know, that's why I wore a Zikora dress, because I wanted us to talk.
Thank you very much.
You know, thank you. Welcome to the show. And you promised me that it's going to be interesting, right?
I'll try my best.
You try your best. Okay, please. Is she not looking beautiful? Yeah, let's.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon.
Yeah, okay. How many of us follow Zikora Africa on Instagram? Okay. I think if you're not following Zikora Africa, I think you should start following Zikora Africa. They make amazing dresses. So why did you start making dress? There are a lot of people making dress. You know, why did you decide to go into fashion, really?
Okay, initially, I think the decision to go into fashion, it wasn't something I carefully thought about.
Okay.
Something that just happened. You get, because when I was in school, I had worked for a while.
I thought you were going to say there was no job, because a lot of people, that's why a lot of people go into businesses. They finish school, there's no job, so they start a business, you know.
Okay, so I worked for a couple of months, actually. Yes.
Okay.
I worked in construction, and it was...
What did you study in school, sorry?
I studied industrial physics.
Wow. Yes. Industrial physics. Okay, and she's doing fashion. Okay, well, listening.
Okay, so I worked in construction for a while, and it was kind of tough, but at the same time, it was boring, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, because as a woman, they barely let me go into sites. So I just go into sites in the morning and in the evenings, and then I spend most of my time in the office, and it was just tiring for me, so I left. And then I didn't have any other thing exciting that I wanted to do, so I tried looking on social media for a couple of jobs, couple of interesting things, and while at that, I like clothes. I love clothes. I love
Obviously. We see the way you combine fabrics and you combine colors, and we're like, okay, don't intimidate us. You know?
So I like to dress up. I like to look good. So I had this person I usually buy clothes from.
Okay.
Every Sunday, I buy a new dress to wear to church.
Hey.
Yes, it was bad. And my parents were complaining because I wasn't earning any money. And
you're buying a lot of
every
clothes.
Sunday, I'll just find 2,000 naira. I can't wear the dress I wore last week again.
So your weakness can actually be a business idea, really?
So I had this girl on my street back then in Port Harcourt. And whenever she comes back from the market, she's like, hey, I don't buy new clothes, oh, come and select your own. And I'm like, I'm coming. Really? So I was a regular customer. So after a while, I realized I was spending a lot of money. So I decided to go and learn how to make clothes because I wanted to make clothes for myself.
Yourself. Okay, I get it.
Yes.
Okay.
So I paid to learn how to make clothes from a family friend. I learned under her for a couple of months. Then I moved and learned from somewhere else and all that. Anyway, long story short, I got a job in Lagos to manage a fashion store.
Okay. Yes, wow. So do you want to mention the name of the fashion store? Okay, that's fine.
So I got a job in Lagos. The job came with accommodation as at then. It came with accommodation and a couple of other things. So
that's why you moved to Lagos?
Yes, that was why I moved to Lagos. I moved to Lagos 2 years ago.
Okay.
2017. April 2017. So when I came to Lagos, then I can't forget because it was a day to my birthday. Wow. That I came to Lagos.
Wow.
So I came to
When
Lagos.
When is your birthday, by the way?
April 13th.
Oh, so it just passed.
Yes, so I came to Lagos April 12th, and then I started calling the lady who offered me the job, and she was no longer taking her call.
And you've moved to Lagos?
And when I was leaving, my dad was like, where are you going to stay? Who are you going to stay with? What are you going
Did you have anybody in Lagos that was
I just
like
had a friend. One friend. Then.
Wow.
I just had a friend.
People are wicked, though. So they bring you all over from Port Harcourt, and then there was no more show.
Yes, and then she knew I didn't because I told her that I don't have anybody in Lagos. And she said, no, it's fine. And, so I had her store address on Instagram. So on my birthday, I went to her store.
Out of anger.
It was locked, and then it was raining, so I kept trekking around the Ikeja under the rain. I was looking for the place, and I couldn't find it. I kept texting her, she didn't respond. I called her, she didn't respond. Until today, she has never responded to me.
Wow. Wow.
So I just left it. And then
what did you do at that point? Did you go back to Port Harcourt?
No. I was ashamed, actually. Because
you already told all your friends.
I didn't know how I was going to tell my dad, especially my dad. I didn't know how I was going to tell my dad that, okay, I'm coming back, oh, no show, they didn't say anything. So I was like,
warned you.
So I was like, this Lagos, I've come. There's nothing I can do
So
about
where did you sleep that night?
I slept at my friend's place. I had a friend, yes, a childhood friend that lived in Lagos then. So I stayed with them. She used to stay with her sister. So I had to put up with them for a couple of months. And I wasn't doing anything. So every morning they get up, they go out, and I'm just at home, nothing. So it was actually very terrible. So after a while, I had to move from there to another place. Another of my friend kind of showed up, and I had to go and live with her family because this my friend, they were relocating to the US. So I had to go and live with her family. So while I was there, I just called my dad, and I was like, Daddy, where I work, I usually have free time. I never told my parents I never got employed.
Wow. So they thought you were working in Lagos, but you weren't.
Till today, they don't know that story.
Hey, are you sure your mom is not watching this show?
She will probably see it.
Wow.
I didn't know how to, because I was the only grown-up in the house. And then you're leaving and you don't have any plans. And everybody is just waiting for you to become something so that you can contribute.
But you had industrial physics. Why did you ever think?
Oh, well, I had applied. This is Nigeria. Yes.
What's wrong with Nigeria?
I had applied to a couple of places, but nothing was coming forth. So, and then before I left Port Harcourt, I had already gotten a manual sewing machine. Yes, from the second person who taught me how to sew. So I just bought it for him and I just kept it at home. So I just called my dad and I was like, I usually have free time when off my work or sometimes I have free days. So he should build the sewing machine for me so I can be making clothes on the side.
For your free time.
And I said, okay. So
did you know you were 100% free?
So he sent it to me. And then that was basically how my business started.
Wow. Wow. And you're doing very well. So how did it start? Okay, I know the how right now, but for you, is it that you sew a clothes for yourself and then, different people have different stories. Like, is that you sew a clothes for yourself and then somebody saw it and like, I like this. Then you started sewing. Oh, you said, okay, this is my business. People come and sew. How did you really start, how did you start publicizing to people that you're running a fashion business?
One thing I knew is, I just knew I didn't want to be that person that you bring something to and say, I want you to do this, and then I do it for you. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to do what was in my head and let people appreciate my creativity and what was coming out of my head. Because Zikora is an Igbo name. It means show the world.
Whoa, so, show them.
So it was kind of a means of, okay, this is what is in my head. This is what I'm thinking about. This is how my mind works. So I want you to be able to appreciate how my mind works and what my mind is able to produce. I don't want you to give me something. I want to create something and you would fall in love with it and you just shop it. So basically, that was...
So do you say you don't take, like, when sewing clothes, you don't take custom?
No, I don't take custom.
Even till now?
Yes.
Wow. So you have to create something now. We just have to like it.
I actually
if you don't like it, we should just, walk away.
I stuck to that pattern. It was the pattern I wanted to run with. So I just stuck to it. I didn't want to do this and do that and just be all over the place. And I just wanted to stick to that particular pattern. And so far, it has worked for me, actually. Yes. So a couple of people... Okay, then, because I'm actually a very social media savvy person.
I'm going to come to that, actually, because I was going to ask if you manage your social media page yourself.
I'm always online.
Yes, you are. If you want to get Obi, just tag her or send any message. She's responding to you immediately.
So it helps me, and I'm this kind of person that I know how to create relationships, no matter the place, online, offline. So before Zikora started, I had already made a couple of friends.
In Lagos?
Not in Lagos, online. People had not even met. Yes. So the first pieces that we made, Zikora started out as a partnership.
Okay.
Yes. Zikora started as a partnership, me and my friend.
She also
salon.
sews.
Yes, she makes clothes as well. So the very first shoot we had for Zikora was one random guy we just met online. And he was like, I like this thing that you put do. Let me shoot you, like your launch, capsule collection, those kind of things. So it was good, but we wanted better. So we just kept putting out our work. It was like, just have faith. Just put the picture. Maybe somebody will like it. Maybe nobody will buy it. Those kind of things. It's business. We understood the fact that there will be good days and then there will be bad days in business.
Okay.
So we just put out our work and just hoped that our friends at least would buy.
Okay.
Which wasn't even the case. So
your friends did not buy?
No.
Hey. So at times you might start a business and your friends won't even buy.
No, the friends buying shouldn't. In fact, if you're even creating a business, if you're creating a product, a service, whatever it is, your friends buying shouldn't be the first thing on your mind.
Because they may not buy.
Because they will not even buy.
They will not. Okay.
Yes.
Why do you think that is? The other time we were talking with Tosin Showo and we were like women supporting women, that it's like, why is that? Why would I start a fashion store and you are my friend and you won't buy from me? Why
My friends would rather, babe, how far now? I like this top. How much is it? And I'm like, it's 5,000. Like, babe, now 1.5. No be top. Like, don't do that. It's not. And me, I can, when I want to be nice, I can be really nice. And when I want to be strict, I can be
Where
really
are you
strict.
from? What part of Nigeria are you from?
I'm from Imo State.
Aha.
So most times when they come
Igbo
like
girl.
that, I just stand my ground and I'm like, no. And like, babe, it's me. I'm like, no. And
No.
that is it. And they just go.
That's the no.
So, but now that they see that outsiders are buying these things,
They are now
people,
buying.
they are now coming so that it now looks like,
But really, women, why do we do that?
happens.
Why don't we support our own? Why don't we support our own? Really?
I really don't know.
Okay, but there's a question I really, really, really want to ask you.
Okay.
If you pick, I might be wrong, but this is what I've seen so far. If you pick 10 people who want to go and start business, all of them are saying fashion. You have a lot of fashion designers. Pick a lady that is trying to figure out what's the business she wants to do. Fashion. This one, fashion. 10 business women, 8 of them will be fashion. And my question is it that the fashion business is so lucrative that everybody is rushing into fashion? Or why do you think that is? Do you think it's because it's an easy thing to do? Or is it because, why is everybody running into fashion? And, there's also another part to that question. Out of the fashion craze, everybody going into fashion designing, how did you now carve a niche for yourself? Carve that niche for yourself?
Basically, I think one thing that has worked for me, because I'm a very stubborn person, naturally.
Okay.
Naturally, I'm a very stubborn person. And over time, I realized that if you keep doing this thing, if you keep doing it, and keep doing it, soon, people will start seeing that particular thing you're doing. People will start appreciating that particular thing you're doing. Because the thing is, as you're doing it, you're getting better, you're improving. Okay, people are, okay, this girl, what is she doing? Let me see. Some people buy and they're like, let me even see this thing that she's even selling. Let me see how it looks. You get, but the most important thing is that they've bought it. So whatever reason they have for buying it is actually none of your business.
Still have not really answered
So
my
the
question.
thing is, okay, in the fashion industry, a lot of people are going into fashion. Me, I would say, because fashion is one business that I think would never phase out.
Okay.
Yes, it would never phase out. There would always be need for clothes. Whatever, however, the movies need clothes. Even if it's costume designing, fashion is one business that would never phase out.
Wow.
Never. In the church, they need clothes. In the movies, they need clothes. Music videos, they need clothes. Everywhere. Even companies need clothes. Uniforms are clothes.
Yeah.
Do you get? So the fashion business is one business that would not phase out.
Yes, but do you think that women should start looking at other aspects of fashion? I think everybody's just like facing the same direction.
I think the thing is, I think everybody should, people should think before you even want to go into the fashion business, because it's not even as easy as people actually think it is. It's not even easy at all. So, but I think people should think deep before they actually go. And it would be nice if you have your own space in the fashion industry. Say you're known for making Hausa costumes for movies, for sets, for those kind of things.
Just have a niche
for yourself.
Don't anybody just say, I'm into fashion.
Anybody
That's
who
part.
wants, yes. So you have to have a place. So anybody who is looking for that particular thing, they know
can find you. So when I want to go to Sikora, I'm not thinking, okay, I'll give her a design she makes for me. I know that I'll go and check the one she already has, and I'll just have to like one of them.
Aside that, when you think of, okay, I want to wear a dress, and I don't want to look like I'm wearing Ankara, then you come to Zikora. What is on your dress? This is a Zikora piece.
Yeah.
That is Ankara on it. But you really don't look the traditional Ankara person. Do you get? So Zikora basically does the whole modern and African print infusion. So when you're looking for those kind of pieces that you can, because I noticed over time that most of my clients were in the working class area. So I just make clothes that suits that kind of system. Okay. So when you want to wear Ankara to the office, but you don't want to look like you're wearing Ankara to the office, you can just buy a Zikora piece. So you have to just create that space niche for yourself. Yes. Else you will just blend in and you're just doing the basic and everybody is...
And don't you think, in my opinion, I think fashion people, a lot of people going into fashion should start looking at other aspects of the economy. So yes, fashion business is growing. Why? For me, I think, I want you can prove me wrong because you're a fashion person. I think it's because we're not thinking deep enough. We're not looking round enough. There are a lot of problems that are crying for solutions, not just fashion. So I think, in my opinion, I think that more women should start looking at other aspects, where they will actually be relevant, where they will actually, be solving real problems. What do you think about this? Because I really think, women don't think that deep sometimes.
Yeah, true. A lot of people because I have people who come and ask me questions and I'm confused. I don't know what I want to do in my life. I don't know what I want to do. I don't even know what my passion is. I don't know. But I think it all boils down to what you're passionate about finally. Because the number of fashion designers we even have in Nigeria, they are not even enough to solve the fashion problems in Nigeria. Okay,
what are the fashion problems? What do you think are the fashion problems in Nigeria?
You see a lot of what I ordered versus what I got. Who is making all those things? Do you get? So we have the problem of poor production, poor quality. Everything is just somehow.
Before and after issues.
And then it now looks like the good designers are expensive and you cannot afford them. So when you now try to go and patronize the smaller people, you get rubbish in return.
But does quality have to be expensive?
It doesn't have to be. So that's the problem. So that's why I'm saying the number of designers we even have in Nigeria are not even enough to solve the problem.
Nigerian so do you think they're not really looking at the real question in the fashion industry? Is it that, why is that? Because I feel that we have a good number of them. Do you think they're not looking deep enough into the fashion industry to see the real questions, to see the real problems? Or why do you think the problems are...
It is when people just start, a lot of people who just want to start, who start the fashion business, people like me, I won't even say a lot of people, I'll use myself as an example. When I went into fashion, I didn't ask anybody any question. I just started, okay, this is how
what I can do.
Is it not just to make clothes and let people just buy it and wear? Is it not it? But it was when I entered, I now realized that it's not it all. It's very, very far from it. You have a lot to think about. Then, because I'm in the ready-to-wear business, it requires a lot of calculation. I have to do a lot of estimates. And then you're telling me I'm a size 6. And then I'm just calculating in my head, okay, normally the UK standard size is this. At the same time, some people have bigger balls, some people have bigger hips, some people have this. So then you're getting clients saying, oh, my dress is tight. Oh, this is that. Oh, this is, those kind of things. And then you now have to spend money, fixing losses, fixing some certain things. So you now realize that it's not just about just making clothes and selling. There's a problem. There is a problem that you have to actually deal with. And then when I started out outsourcing my production.
Okay.
So I was actually working with tailors in the market. So I have to sit there, or else they will do rubbish for you.
Okay.
And you will carry the loss on your head because nobody cares about you.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So it's as I progressed that I actually now had my own production unit and my own production team. So
before you just sketch your design.
Yeah, just take my design, buy my fabric, take it to the market. And
because that's actually something, you don't have to be the one to sit down and do everything.
And make the clothes, yeah. So if you have your ideas, if you have a team that can bring it to life, you're good. But even at that, there is still a lot of work you have to do. And then you now have to think about penetrating the market. There are a lot of good designers in the market. There are a lot of good ready-to-wear stores. There are a lot, even people who ship, people who even produce outside the country. So why should people buy from you?
Yeah.
What makes your piece different? What makes you special? Why should I leave my tailor and come and buy your own piece?
Yeah.
So
those are
it's a lot. So it's not just about just making clothes and selling. You have a lot of work to do in between. A lot of work. And then pushing your brand beyond Nigeria, pushing it outside Nigeria, where people now appreciate whatever it is that you do.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
And I think you're moving to that now. You know, I saw this Atlanta pop-up. So tell us about it. So how did you go beyond? Yes, you were doing well in Nigeria. You know, how did you now, what happened to the point where you now want to start, you know, delving into other parts of the country? How did that happen for you?
Okay, first, I would say I had to work on myself.
Okay.
Before, when I started out as Zikora, I was just doing my things anyhow. Please, just buy it. I felt like, come on, this clothes is nice now. Why will you see it and you will not buy it? Do you get? So when you enter business with that kind of vibe, it hits you in the middle that, see, you are nobody, that anybody should buy your clothes.
Yeah.
Because I now saw that even my friends that I was using to have hope, that as I'm starting, these people, you will buy it now. Is it not me again? Come on. Even people I had even done nice things for. I was like, I'm starting a business. Come on, babe. I've done something wonderful for you. You should buy my clothes in return. It doesn't even work. So you now have to realize that everything you're looking for on the outside is inside of you. On the
inside of you. Wow. That deserves an applause, really.
Everything, basically everything. So I had to now look inwards. I'm like, OBC, you have the power to push your brand yourself. And now I even discovered that if I even wear my piece, people even buy it more than when I even give it to an influencer to wear.
So you are your own influencer,
basically.
Really?
So I realized that everything you're looking for, all these people you're DMing, you're this, they built their brand as well. That's why you want to leverage on their brand to sell your product. So the same way they built their brand, why not build your own brand? So that you can push your brand yourself. So initially when I started out, another thing, I leveraged on social media a lot. I took my social media seriously. I take my social media seriously because basically every coin I make for Zikora, I make it from my Instagram. Every coin.
So you can literally start a business on Instagram and make money on Instagram?
Definitely.
You know?
Every single coin.
So even if you don't have a website, you can still start your brand.
I don't think I've even sold Zikora to somebody outside. I think just on a few occasions that I've sold Zikora to somebody outside Instagram. So initially I started off with, I put out my pictures.
Instagram is your market.
I put out my pictures and all. And then I'm tagging blogs, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And nobody is even responding to me. Nobody is seeing me. And I realized that, on this Instagram, people like fine things. People appreciate beautiful pictures, beautiful videos. Vanity sells on Instagram, actually. Yes, I'm going to be very honest.
That's serious.
Yes, Instagram is
Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
You know, the other time I was reading and I learned that they are coming up with this algorithm to start hiding likes and all that. And I think it's a good thing, really. I think it's a good thing because it takes the pressure off a lot of people.
Nigerians criticize vanity, but they buy it. Do you get?
So are you selling vanity?
No, I'm not saying I'm selling vanity. I had to make myself look nice and make my business look nice to whoever is looking.
Yeah.
So even if I had to go and do photo shoots,
that's what people appreciate.
So now I don't even need those blogs that I was tagging before. I don't need to tag them, and now they follow me willingly. And on their own, they repost my pictures. And as they're reposting those pictures, people are seeing it. And then I'm always consistent every day. There's no day I don't post at least 4 times. Yes. On my page. I don't sleep.
If you follow Zikora, then you'd actually agree with me. She posts every minute and she responds to every comment.
If you chat me up by 2 a.m., I'll respond to you.
Wow, yes. That's amazing.
I don't sleep.
And that's like the secret of your success, you know, selling on Instagram, right?
I'm always there all the time. I'm always looking, I'm always monitoring, I'm always following up on a couple of things. So if a client had made an inquiry, I'll go and ask you, Madam, please, are you not buying this thing again? We have the red color, we have the blue one. Will you not buy? Yes. I would come and ask you. If you don't ask me, I'll come back and ask you.
Businesswoman.
So I don't joke with those kind of things. So I don't joke with those kind of things. So I do a lot of follow-up. I do a lot of social media. I leverage on social media a lot.
Okay.
So that's basically it. So I realized that good content sells on social media. So I try as much. Even right now, like I don't feel like I even put out the kind of content that I should be really putting out. Like I need to go past beyond this. So a lot of people from outside Nigeria, they'll contact you when they see something that they like. And they contact you, okay, do you sell this? Do you do this? Do you do that? Do you do that? The Atlanta pop-up was as a result of a particular client who bought something.
I liked it.
She had bought a couple of stuff a couple of times. So, and she's like, okay, something is happening on so. Why not host a pop-up in the US? I'm like, okay, I've not even hosted a pop-up in Nigeria.
And then
I'm going to host a pop-up in the US. So how is this thing going to work?
Okay, well, do you think that happened because you're really good at what you do? No. So how did that happen?
I think it just happened. But I was just at the right place.
At the right time. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be my last question. Recently, you won the 25 awards. How old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay. This is another woman that's confident of talking about her age. Okay, you're 25. Wow. So you studied industrial field. I'm trying to do the math, but really you are young and inspiring. You know, so how did that award, how did it come to be? How did you feel? Did you feel like now I'm an achiever? You know?
Not at all. Maybe when I win Forbes.
Oh, okay. So your goal is Forbes.
When I get into Forbes list.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, but when the award came, because I just saw a mail that said you had been nominated, so it means a couple of people saw me and decided that, okay, you deserve this kind of thing, and then they sent in my name to be nominated or something, because I just saw the mail that I was nominated, and then I had to send...
lobbied for it or something?
No. I just saw the mail, and then I said I had to send in my CAC document and some company verifications.
And your company was registered?
Yes, my company.
Yes, because I realized that a lot of business people, they don't do their homework well, and then when the opportunities come...
That's like the first thing.
You did.
Register your business.
Please,
very first
business owners, register your business.
As you're thinking your name, now it's even easier because you can do your name search yourself.
Online, yeah.
So as you're thinking of your name, you're getting that inspiration. Just register your business and keep it, even if you don't even know what you want to do with it yet. Just register.
Because a lot of women lose opportunities because they don't have that structure. They don't have the right, qualification. So they wonder why business is not coming and all that.
So a lot of people, because people are going to ask you, especially when you have to work with corporate organizations, when you have to award events, even when you want to access grants and funding for your business,
they want to know
they are going to ask you about your CAC documents.
Yeah.
So you have to register. So I sent them all those things, and then they said, okay, then they just sent in they put up so they said I had to send in pictures and all that I sent, and then I just saw on social media the nominations, the category and everything.
So it was there. What did you do? You just scream.
It was a voting this thing, so I had to wait till I had actually won the award to actually scream. So I put it up on social media. I put it up on social media and
for
everything.
People to vote.
So you won't know if you've won or not until the day of the event.
Okay.
So on the day of the event, I went with...
But you dress up. In your mind, you had already won.
You have to dress like a winner.
Yes. Yes. That's right.
So for the fact that you were even recognized amongst 1,000,001 under 25 African fashion business owners is something. So from nowhere, it's not like I had done any previous anything before that. And that particular award opened a lot of doors for me. I won't even lie.
Wow.
Because you now look like, okay, this girl, something is going on in your life. I think you're up to something. You get people now look at you with a different kind of eye. you get like, okay.
So I saw on your profile, award-winning fashion.
Yes, you have to put it out there.
I was like,
you have to put it out there. So anybody who comes to your page sees it and they're like, okay, you can't tell me nothing.
So if I charge you a lot of money for a particular dress, I want an award for it. Right?
Yeah, so.
Okay, so I want to ask, how many people have actual businesses they are running and you're sitting today? I want you to raise your hand. If you have a business you're running, a physical business, okay, you can put your hands down. If you've registered your business, raise your hand.
Nice.
A good number of people. That's let's give yourself a round of applause.
Well done.
Because a lot of women don't register their businesses and then they just wonder why things are not happening. You know, okay, well, it's a short interview, but then it's a very nice one. Thank you, Obi.
It's Obi, actually.
Hobby.
Obi.
I've been calling you Obi in my mind. Wow.
Okay,
So what's the
it's
full?
Obi. It's Obiageri.
Obiageri.
Yes.
Okay. What? Somebody's giving me translation there. What's the meaning of the name?
Someone that has come to eat in plenty.
That's a nice one. That's a nice. So do you think you are living your name? Really?
I'm not here to, but you see that I'll eat it.
All right, please let's give a round of applause as we just round up this session. Thank you very much. Thank you for being a part of us.
Thank you.
Yeah.